Good morning. It's Thursday in New York City, and I want you to meet Mauro.
Buongiorno.
He's about to take me through his day, and first things first, this is how he gets it started.
Well, the day starts always with a coffee. You know, I'm always in a rush. I wake up, and when I wake up, I need to go. And this is the only thing I get. I shouldn't do that because the breakfast is the most important thing in the morning, but I'm like this.
All right, so I see you have your cuckoo clock. Do you guys call it the same thing in Italy? Is it called a cuckoo clock where the bird pops out of the clock?
Yeah, that's the cuckoo.
Just show me some of your favorite things.
This clock is from Diamantino and Domeniconi. It's an Italian cuckoo clock. We call it orologio cuckoo. I particularly love to see the faces of people when that started, like, what's going on? What's going on? And yeah, it's our little cuckoo. Another object that I just bought at the MoMA is this book. It looks like a normal book. You open it and it's alive. This is really a beautiful example of intuitive design. This is another object that I love. It is the juicer designed by Philip Stark for Alessi. And this special one is gold plated. You know, many of the people that bought this juicer bought the juicer because of the aesthetic value, of the meaning, what it stands for, and not because of the use. And Alessi understood it at the point that they, you know, of doing this provocation, saying, you know what, this is an object so beautiful that the functionality is not even important anymore. So we're gonna do one that is gold plated, and you're not gonna use it because this is the real value of the object, the meaning. I love to collect watches and shoes. I am a shopping maniac. After, you know, using them for a while, the battery was going off. And many times I was taking a watch and it didn't work. And then I realized that I didn't need a watch to tell me the time because we have, you know, these devices everywhere. We are surrounded by time on your phone, on your tablet, on your computer, everywhere. So for me, when I found this watch, it was really the embodiment of what design can be. You know, design is about the functionality, but it's also and mostly about the meaning. And it's very similar to what the gold juicy salif of Alessi does.
Where are we headed first?
We're going to the house of Francesco Carrozzini, one of my best, dearest friend that lives here in New York. And when we'll be there, we'll tell you more about what he does.
Just as Mauro was showing you some of his favorite possessions at home, this is one of his favorite items that Francesco created.
I shouldn't be the one telling you about that because I wouldn't do it justice. So let me have Francesco tell you the story of this.
It's strange that I think I still haven't made a picture that is better than this because I was really, really young. I was 25 years old, 24 probably. And I was photographing Keith Richards, which was for me the highest possible, you know, thing that can happen. And he kept moving and keeping his hands there. And then all of a sudden, I see these hands right there, like hanging like that, you know? And I was on his face and I put down the camera and just shot one picture. And that picture is strangely a bridge into a new time in my life where all of a sudden people thought, oh, well, if he can shoot Keith Richards, then he can do other things, you know? And it changed my life for sure.
Two faces of Italian creativity in New York.
We're waiting for one of Mauro's other friends right now to come up from downstairs.
I love the Brooklyn Bridge because, well, first of all, it's a beautiful architectural piece, but it's also a memory. I grew up with this chewing gum in Italy, the Brooklyn chewing gum, and so I always had this pack with a Brooklyn Bridge drawn on it. You know, as an Italian, it was an icon of a culture far, far, far away. And now, again, living in New York and living by the Brooklyn Bridge, very close, and seeing it every time I drive around, is kind of charming and unique and unexpected again. It's the memory of the past and then something beautiful to admire every time.
Here we are at Faction, my first solo exhibition here in New York City. And Faction is a homage to Diana Vreeland, late editor who I really admire for not only her contributions in the fashion industry, but her amazing personality. It's a love exhibition.
I can witness, we've been talking about love all day, I can witness the love of Marcella for her, but then also for what she does.
Oh, the time has come. Here at Piccola Cucina, I don't order, and that's very rare, but Mauro has a far greater understanding of his culture, obviously, than I ever will. I just have the appreciation for it. I trust his opinion so much that I'm eating squid today. I like sushi, but not typically squid. I have a feeling this is gonna be great.
This is my favorite dish in this restaurant, is pasta with squid ink and the squid itself. It's like the taste of Sicily here on your plate in Manhattan. Love it. They don't want to let us in today. Oh, yeah, they do. Welcome to the PepsiCo Design Center. We got this raw space about 1.5 years ago, and then we designed it completely from scratch. And we wanted to create a space that was very good to enhance collaboration among different design teams. We have industrial designers, we have brand designers, innovation and strategy designers, interior designers, digital designers, so different kind of expertises, and we want all of them to work together. And then we have a variety of people outside of the design world, our business partners, our R&D partners, consumer insights, all the different functions that work in a company to create new products and drive innovation, that come here and work with us. Each project room is dedicated to a different designers. For instance, this is the love room dedicated to Karim Rashid. From the lighting fixture, the table, the chairs, everything is designed by that designer.
This painting right here behind us is a piece by Marcella, whose exhibit we were at earlier today. And as you can see, it's in the eye.
So in the eye, you see the skyline of New York, and then you see the famous Pepsi Cola vintage sign that is a landmark of the city. And you can see from Manhattan looking at the other side of the river. So to get in this room, you need a badge.
This is probably, to me, the most exciting part of the day because I know nothing about 3D printers except what they're capable of.
The beauty of the 3D printer is that as a designer, you come up with an idea, you go to your computer, you design something in 3 dimensions in the computer, and then you push a button and you send it to a printer. And the way it works essentially is layer of material, one over the other, so you can see one in action. This is a small one. Essentially, layer after layer after layer, you grow the product from the bottom all the way up. We can proceed from an idea to a product, a mock-up, in a very, 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 very fast way. And once you have a product in your hand, it's very easy to align everybody around an idea.
And earlier you were telling me that you believe in several more years everybody will have the capability of being a designer because 3D printing, as you said, you've been using it since the late 90s, but now it's becoming more and more affordable and easy to use.
Yeah, I mean, 3D printing is being defined not just by me, but by a variety of other opinion leaders as the next industrial revolution. And in this way, really, everybody can become a designer. And not just a designer, the first step will be designing your own objects, but the next step could be and will be that you will start to design products that eventually you can sell. You can have an idea and now create your own product by yourself and create a business in that way. So it's gonna be really an interesting time, and it's just a matter of few years.
Alright, so today you have now seen Mauro, the individual designer, and the professional designer, really one and the same person. But what's so unique about today is me and Mauro actually came to know each other through email because he had this infinity piece that I designed, which is all about doing the things you love, dedicating yourself to the things you love. And I started my videos because I wanted to show other people that you could be creative for a living, all different kinds of creativity. And when he sent me this first email telling me how much he appreciated the infinity piece, it lit a fire under me once again to push boundaries that not only may be boundaries in society, but just boundaries for me as an individual. And what's very impressive to me about Mauro is that he's done absolutely that. A lot of you out there have heard of a CEO, but I don't think many of you have heard of a CDO, a Chief Design Officer, and that is Mauro's current position at the brand.
is all about, this word love that we've been mentioning so many times today, that I mention so many times every day, is really about the love we have for the people we design our products for. I mean, what drove you to design this piece, this watch? And I remember as a kid, I didn't even know that the design university exists. Actually, at my time, they didn't even exist. But I'm sure that today, many kids out there have no clue that something like this exists. And this is a job that is just so fun, is so exciting. And the more young people and new generation understand that this is a new opportunity, in the business world, this is something they can do where they can mix, a job with something that actually goes beyond the job. As you say before, for me, design is beyond my working time. You are a designer 24/7, and you will always be. It's your friends, it's your house, it's the car you drive, it's the dress you wear, it's the trips you do, it's the books you read. You are a designer 24/7. And then if you can make a living out of it, if you can serve a corporation and help the society, then it's a beautiful dream that comes true.